it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am so excited about this next series I'm doing, putting together my vintage ephemera kits. And this is going to be a series of botanical, may have like gardening, bugs, lizards, frogs. Not too much of that. You might find one or two. It's mainly around florals and some butterflies, some moths, just nature. So I guess I'll call these vintage nature journals. And I just pulled I had this 1979 gardening book. It even has like the architecture of how to put together the water gardens. So I'm gonna currently list 4, but I eventually will have more done. They're going to have the same things in them, just different images. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably just do this one video, and then I'll have over in my shop, I will have pictures of the the overview of what you get, so you can kind of see just the little bits and pieces that may be a little bit different. So because they're one of a kind, coming out of a book type thing, or it might be a flashcard only had one of the sunflowers, but in another one you may get roses or whatever. So anyway, so we've got a few book pages in here with just nature. What I love about these is that not only can you cut them up and use them in your collage, but you could also use them to sketch, to learn how to sketch and draw leaves and trees. And this one is different kinds of insects and nature. There's a greeting card that has joy is in the little things in flowers, kind words, and children's eyes. And then, of course, what would be a garden without a little garden fairy? So I hand cut that, and you can always recut it because I'm not the best fussy cutter. Some stationery. There are these, which they were by Current, and they held stationery. So each kit's going to get one. It's just going to be a different one. It's just a folder. There's nothing in them, but you could poke holes and make a cute journal, make a cute journal cover with a pocket there, or just slide it in, keep your ephemera in it, and then tuck it in your journal. Here is some floral wrapping paper and some little girls all dressed up with their little flower umbrellas. I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. So you'll get a piece of that. You'll get some floral vintage wallpaper. This is off of rolls, so it'll be a little like rolled and a little wrinkly and crinkly and not the best cuts, so they're just like offcuts. This is a strip of fabric that has moths and butterflies on it, and a flashcard with some sunflowers. A couple of stickers here. Each one will have like a to and from with a flower on it. Then there's a couple flower and a moth or a butterfly sticker. You will get, and everything in the photo that I showed is not everything. There were some items that I'm going to show that I ended up putting in after the photo, so now you'll get to see them when I pull them out. There is another flashcard that has something about nature or flowers or birds. This is I cut this up into 4, so you're going to get a corner. This would be really sweet just to stitch it in a book, or do one of those flip ups. Another notepad. Here's another note card. I think this was Heidi Swap. but because it had flowers on it. This is a Denizen lickable label. I don't suggest licking it, only because it's like really old, and yeah, I wouldn't lick it. Use the glue stick. Another piece of stationery. Here are some frogs and a turtle sitting at eating a grasshopper. This is like the weirdest thing. You could flip it over. Here's another frog on the back. Came out of a children's book. Some playing cards. Another notepad. Flower. This was out of a flower, one of those flower field guides. So watercolor. This was out of a watercolor book. So each one's going to have a different flower that will be like have a watercolor look to it. Each one was going to have a different girl in it. They are a little torn. This is from the 60s, so it's going to have a little wear and tear, but the girl's fine. But I just loved her flower suit. Oh my goodness. Like, that is just so cute. So I just love it. If you don't like her, you could always use, 4th of July is coming up, or flip it over and get some of these people over here. But her with her little flower suit, I couldn't resist. Like, come on. You'll get 2 pieces of decorator fabric with a floral or butterfly kind of theme. And then a coordinating one. This also has a deep or embossed kind of floral on there. Some more field guides. I think there's like trees and birds and flowers. I put something in here on honeybees or bees. Oops, that's upside down, isn't it? Some more. This was out of a book I got in Australia of some floral plates. Birds. Flowers. A little currant. No, this isn't a currant. This is, I can't read that. From 2004. Bird. This is out of one of those gladiolas, or you can use the jumbo pansies. And here is geraniums. No, are those geraniums? Yes. And American silkworm. Okay, so I have these boxes of their like bartender cards. So they're bartender cards, and then they have a drink on one side, and then you'll get some kind of like an appetizer on the other side. But so each card's going to be different, but it's all going to have like some kind of floral name. So this is this chrysanthemum. How to start a garden. This came out of a children's, I think it's called the Lookies. It was really cute. This was out of Mary Engelbright crafting book. So each one will get some kind of flower pattern that you can use to cut out. This is out of a Spanish children's book, but it had a lot of gardening in it, so you'll get one of those. This came out of one of those the back of the fabric book, so I just cut it out because I thought this would be really good for collage. Then I threw in some more. So you're going to get a little piece of, and you can slow stitch on this if you want, be really sweet. This is a cross stitch or an embroidery, I'm not really sure. No, I think it's embroidery because it's tighter. So my dog is crying out there. I'm going to have to keep going. This has nest or eggs, so you'll get an offcut of some kind of little children's book. I punched out a bunch of circles that had flowers on it, so I'm just tossing those in. They're going to come in there. These were the envelopes that I steamed in the live. I said I set off my smoke detector because I had a bunch of these envelopes and I saw that they were floral on the inside. So I was steaming it, and somehow the steam rose up to the smoke detector and set off all my smoke detectors in the house, and I couldn't get them to shut off. So anyway, that's my little story of the floral envelope inserts. But, a lot of people turn these inside out, and they use the other side when they're interesting. Here is a moth. And this, okay, I got this at some estate sale. It was in, and I guess she had tried to run them off on her printer and on the canvas. So it was just on canvas. So I cut them all out, and everybody's going to get one in their kit. So, okay, then these pages are from a collage book. So they're super thin, they're not thick like scrapbooking paper. They're actually like, they're meant for collage, so they're thin. And this one has to do with all kinds of bugs and frogs and stuff like that. So each kit will have a different set in there. I just love this from the 70s. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this illustration. It is just the sweetest illustration. So each kit will get some sort of illustration that has to do with nature. This one is about caterpillars turning into butterflies. And on the back, not really sure, how do flies walk on the ceiling? So you can use either side. That's so sweet. This is a how to take care of your plants. Came out of a binder that I had. Just toss that in. I got a beautiful coloring book with all kinds of birds, and so I'm including one of those. Okay, Oliver, that's my puppy. He's 15. He's whining. He probably wants to go to bed because it's late. So that is the end of my kit, and these will be going in the shop. Like I said, they'll be ready by the time you view this. They'll be already listed in the shop, and like I said, I'll have 4 of them, and I will probably have more of them going up, and I will have the listing to where you can sign up if you want to restock on them. So, okay. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will see you soon. Sorry about the shake of the table. I've got to figure out a new way of putting my camera stand on a different table like I had before, so that when I use the table it wouldn't shake everything. So I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you get some crafting done, and I will see you soon. I'm coming back with a bunch of crafting because I'm working in my Harmony book and I need to get it caught up, and I need to do some arting for myself and a little bit less kidding. I'm also in my shop update real quick. My Urban Sketch journal rolls are getting ready to be restocked within the week. I will come back and I will do an announcement. If you want one and then go in and hit notifications, and you can get notified when I do my restock. So go to that item, I think it's still there, and then you can click on restock, or just shoot me a DM, say, hey, I'm on Instagram, and you can just comment below and say, hey, I'm interested in getting one of your Urban Sketch rolls, put me on a list or whatever. And yeah, that's it. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe below, and I will put my shop link in the comments. So click the little down arrow that says, or it'll say show more. Click on that if it doesn't show up right away, and then the drop down comes down and you can see it all, my links and everything. Okay, have a great night. Bye. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm back. This is kit 2. I'm just going to do a quick run through. This one has permeate. The odor of flowers will permeate the entire house. It has a white rose denizen, some stickers, one of those lady stamps. It has the flower flashcard with some of the same fabric. Again, you'll get some punched out Anna Griffin paper, a moth, frog, a turtle, and a lizard from a children's book, gladiolas, I think your loveliest garden paper, birds, a tree contest, and make a leaf and flower booklet. Another one of those beautiful pages out of the gardening book that I have. some nature book pages, some mushrooms, birds. So that same book, that's a huge, really large book. Flowers from Mary Engelbright. The Secret of Bees. I gave you the 2 sheets because it actually went like that in case you want to read the article. Some ferns, mushrooms, insects, butterflies. This is that children's book. It is spring. Draw some flowers. Amaryllis and African violets. The same card with the same sentiment as the last one. This is the other Just a Note. A little fairy for the garden. All these are either this is stationery, and then these are like note pages. And this one has the wild-eyed rose drink, and then Irish meatballs on the back. Here's another one of those envelopes that I steamed open to get to the flower paper on the inside, the corner of the handkerchief, the embroidery fabric. You could do some slow stitching on if you want. This one I included these 2 ladies with her little floral dress on. She's so cute. And then I tossed in this little girl sniffing the flower. I couldn't help myself. I just thought that was just so adorable. So you have some birds, flowers. These are field guides. This came out of a book I brought back from Australia. This has asparagus fern leaflet. This is out of that children's book I told you. Everyone's going to get a sheet of this. Oh my goodness, I just love it. So adorable. How do bees sting? Oh, look at the puppy got stung. Okay, then here's another field guide for flowers. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. I apologize. And then this is the decoupage paper. So you're going to get 3 sheets of the decoupage paper with some lizards and a moth. Sunflower watercolor page. More field guide pages, this time on trees. Some wrapping paper offcut. Wallpaper, same wallpaper, offcut. This is a little thing on birds. And this is your bird card in this kit. Here is the coloring book page. This is the page that was in the floral decorator fabric book. 2 floral playing cards and some lovely floral, the butterfly, and it will have a little corner. I don't know if this person just took a little sample of it before, but these came out of the sample book. So they do have paper on the back and they do have like staple holes. So, but there's still a lot of fabric there that you can use. And that I will call kit number 2. This is what you're going to get in this kit. Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to number them or not. I don't know what I'll do. So garden or nature kit 2. Okay, so I will be back with the next one. I'm back with kit 3. And I'll just run through this really quick about what you're going to get. So here's the watercolor floral paper, a home book of flower arrangements, some African violets, moths, insect community, plant families, dot to dot, And also draw green buds on these trees to color the picture. Okay, then this is the Mary Englebright, Come to the Garden. Here is, now somebody wrote in state there, it wasn't me, but this is a children's workbook, so, but it had the Nature's Children. American Rose Society, out of the gardening book. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, if you could copy that, like, in your own pen, oh my goodness, that'd be amazing if you can sketch that. Okay. This is out of the Bird Field Guide, an article on bees out of a book. Let me go through these. Here's your page out of the Flower Field Guide, the plate from Australia. Then here is the decoupage paper. Like I said, it's really super thin because it's meant for ripping up and using as backgrounds or whatever. Decoupage paper. Okay, here is your flashcard, and then some of that ripped strip of the butterfly moth fabric. And then I'll get to this, all the little tiny things that are going in here. Then you have the stickers, that little stamped floral thing. I don't know what to call it. Some punched out, a bunch of punched out in a Griffin floral paper for layering. Then you have a little moth. 2 cards. This is the envelope that I steamed open. A children's book cut out a bird. Then let's go down here and you will get another floral field guide page, stationery card. This is the joy is in the little things and flowers, kind words, and children's eyes. These are out of the tree field guide, and embroidery piece. This is the American Beauty drink, and on the back is the Radish Rose Garden. So you can learn how to make a radish rose garden. Then you have the quarter of the floral little linen hanky. I think it's linen, feels like linen. Some stationery and note pieces of paper. Here are birds. A page out of the houseplant book. This came out of the fabric swatch. So this is heavier card and it is gloss, but it's matte on one side. This would be really nice as a cover if you didn't use it for journaling. Sorry, my back hurts. Okay, then I've got some nature pages. The hanging gardens, which is kind of cool. And this is like flora and fauna. And then, of course, a really cool illustrated insect page. A bird from the coloring book. Some offcuts of wrapping paper. Oh, I love this with their little sweet flower umbrellas. This is again one of those old Just Notes with the little pocket here. They are definitely worn and used, but still usable. I didn't want to toss them out. I don't like to toss out things that you can still use. So you could decoupage over where the sticker was ripped off, you know, and then you could decoupage inside and just use like this part anyway. Okay, then you get her with her little floral dress and her with her little floral earrings, or if you don't like them, you can always flip them over. She's got a little floral shirt on. So cute. And you get the little frog, or you can have the frog and his friends. A bird card, blank on the inside. This has a nice like linen texture. A garden fairy. 2 pieces of a floral wallpaper. I love how this goes with this fabric. So it's really pretty. Picks up the golds, the greens, and then the rose color. This is your decorator fabric swatch again, because they're fabric swatches. They were swatching away at them, but there's still a lot of fabric there that's still usable. And then one last page out of which got colored on by some little kid, but this is so cute. Trying to catch the bugs. Oh my gosh, look at this little girl down here looking at the little ladybug. It's just so adorable. I don't know what's on the other side. Let's see, there's frogs going crazy and spiders. Yeah. Anyway, this is why I picked it, because of the bugs on that side. But they're just really, it's just such a sweet book. Okay, so this is kit number 3 in the Botanical series. And these will be going in the shop very soon. Thank you. Hey, I am back with kit number 4 in the nature series. So these will be nature, ephemera, vintage kit number 4. And like I said before, they all have pretty much the same things, just different images. And so I don't even know where to start taking it apart, but you'll get this is the bird card. So I'm just going to go ahead and show, because sometimes people see something in a kit and it reminds them of, oh, I had that when I was a kid, or I lived on that street, you know, or, you know, that was my number, you know, whatever. So that's kind of why I'm showing all the kits, you know, even though it's like repeats, because sometimes a certain image will, you know, spark, oh, you know, I had that or whatever. So the stickers, I don't really need to. I'm just going to do a quick show through of the different items that are coming in it. And if, you know, there's going to be some tears, I'm just going to warn you. So, I mean, it's in good shape, but it's all, some of it's pretty fragile, especially the wallpaper. That one blue wallpaper, that's a little on the fragile side. And then the wrapping paper too, because it's, you know, this is pretty old. This is thin paper for decoupage. Like I've said before, here's the Mary Englebright. This is the pattern you'll be getting. Flowers. Here is the mushroom. This is that Just a Note. Like I said, it's gonna have some, you know, wear. It's gonna have like a lot of wear and tear, but still totally usable. Pardon about the glare. This is a gloss, a matte gloss kind of paper. It's actually beautiful. Would be great for backgrounds. This was really neat piece. This page, it opened up, and then you get like a huge like poster size of the forest. I thought that was really neat. Some paper punches and the flower playing cards. Here's this one has a bird, not a flower flashcard. It says bird, but it also has the butterfly moth fabric. And a little fairy. And this one is Apple Blossom. Oh my goodness. Apple Blossom and Cran Apple Blossom. This is not for children. And the Apple Cheddar Ball, which sounds really good. I may have to try that one. That looks really good. Okay. Not the drink, the oh, it's just made with juice. Okay. Is it? What's a jigger of Applejack? I have no idea. Huh. Okay. But I want to try the Cran Apple Blossom. It looks cool. So here's all your same stationery as the other kits, and a quarter of that hanky. Really pretty hanky. Again, here are the tree pages. And the card. And this one says exotic plants are found in greenhouses. And here are the girls. So she has a little floral dress on. I love her green eyeshadow. And she has a flower in her hair. And I love her green eyeshadow. Come on. And then she has her floral dress on. So these girls are really sweet. I love this. Oh my goodness, I love the green eyeshadow. Who didn't wear bright eyeshadow back then in the 60s? Okay. This is, of course, I was a child, so I didn't wear makeup in the 60s, but my sisters did. And then here is your watercolor page. Bougainvillea. Those are Gerber daisies on there. Okay, and then this is your fabric with this one has more of the fruit motif, but you get the botanical, the butterflies. And then that is the coordinating fabric. Again, they will have holes and they will have the paper on the back. And I think this one has a little cut out of it. Here is your coloring page and a little flower embroidery piece, snake plant. This is the butterfly page, honeybees, sunflower, and birds. Here's a workbook page, the Spanish workbook page. Cute. Help the bee find the flower. Do the maze in your free time. And then this is out of that decorator book showing the fabric. Oops, sorry, another bird. And last is that adorable children's book. I love this illustrator. Oh my goodness, love this illustrator. And this one is on gardening, and this one is why do we have different hair color? So, yeah. But anyway, so again, this is kit number 4, and it will be in my Etsy shop again, which is going to be listed in the comments below. And please become a subscriber if you want to do some journaling with me or see what's going on in my Etsy shop. You can just click the subscribe over there, and then hit the little notification bell. It tells you when I'm coming back on. And I will have my Etsy shop listed below in the comment section. If you don't see it, there's a little drop down arrow. Please click the drop down arrow and it'll say show more, and then you will open up the window to see more of the comment section area where I will have my links. Come find me on Instagram. Also, I am the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I hope to see you soon with a craft with me.